can search the name index. This use case also extends or includes to what are the divisions the clerk can access. So he can access a criminal case, civil case, and chancery, appeal, adoption, miscellaneous, and sealed indictments.
Okay.
So that is about it.
Any question or concern as part of this? Anyone from the group? If you have a question, then just type it off. Okay, I see some hands and some questions. Give me a few minutes to just see that. Yes, Maria?
I just joined the class now. Sorry, I didn't follow what was going on.
That's okay. Can you just repeat what you just explained?
Sure. I have created a use case diagram for case management system where a clerk or a deputy clerk can enter a case, can update a case, can enter a hearing or a disposition, can update the hearing, and can search the case through the name index. The use case extends or includes the divisions to criminal, civil, chancery, juvenile, adoption, miscellaneous, and sealed indictments. Basically, this use case is representing how a clerk is entering a case like a misdemeanor or a felony.
Okay.
Clear, Maria?
Yes. Thank you.
Okay. Any other question? For anyone? Anything else do you have to share?
Not at this point. Sorry, I'm in Virginia and there is a snowstorm, so there was a power outage.
Yeah, it is. The eastern range is like this only.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
Okay, that's okay. So hold on. Just pay attention to the question.
Sure.
Anything? There is a question from Kala.
Okay.
I just have a question, okay?
Yeah.
The question is why the arrows are pointing back to the divisions. It should be pointing out from the division, right? Your division is broken out into these departments.
These are the divisions.
Yes.
And I mean, these are each individual divisions. And these divisions can be accessed by the clerk or each individual division. Not all the clerk can use all the divisions.
Let me ask this. What is the requirement here?
It is a high-level use case which I created. So basically, it explains that how a clerk can access all these actions for what all divisions possible.
So then move the arrow pointing out. What you have it from the division to outside, it should be pointing out, not pointing in.
Okay, I get it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Any other thing to share?
No, that is for now.
Okay. Okay. That's a good try. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm going to Daniel. Are you good with it? Okay, great. Can you make Daniel a presenter? Okay, no issues. I have already done. Daniel, you are a presenter. You can share and you can go on. Whatever you guys have done, just share whatever you have. Daniel, are you able to hear me? You are unmuted, so you can talk. For some reason, I can't hear you. I don't know if others can hear you. Daniel? Okay, I'm not sure what's there is an issue or anything like that, so I'm moving on to the next person. Jigisha, are you ready? Jigisha? Are you guys able to hear me? Yeah, so I'm not sure. Jigisha, are you there? Okay, let's skip Jigisha. I'm not sure what's going on with these folks. Kala, are you able to present the work? If I missed that. Kala?
Yes, I can go ahead.
Okay.
So I'm not the presenter though yet.
No, I'm making it.
Okay.
Yeah, now you should be.
So what I've done here is, since mostly my experience has been in banking, I've taken a simple ATM withdrawal transaction. I've not gone through all the use cases, but just to get to know that I've been using all these use cases appropriately. So this is a client doing a transaction, and there are three different kinds of transaction, which is basically withdraw, deposit, transfer funds. But I guess all these use cases would have to be validated. So all of them are including in the validation process. And also the withdraw, you could have two, one could be receive cash, one use case, and one would be a check balance. That could be another use case. I know there is the bank, which is also another actor too, which I've not included, but I just wanted to make sure that I'm getting the concept right here.
That's okay. So who is the user?
The user is the bank customer.
So that should be customer, right?
Yes, yeah, I'm sorry, I have to do it.
Yeah, that should be customer.
All right.
Why do you have an arrow pointing up to the transaction? It has to be...
Because we have different kinds of transactions, so I thought each one would be an extension of the transaction. Each is a different use case by itself.
I'm not sure, because if you have a transaction, your transaction is a withdrawal. So from transaction, the type of transaction is withdrawal. So your transaction expands to withdrawal, deposit, and transfer funds, right?
Okay.
So pointing out.
Okay.
Then
so you think
again, you're yeah.
So you think it should be include here, just like how we're doing validation? Okay.
Right. It should be, right?
All right. So I'm just getting a little confused between extend and include. So extend is basically would be...
There is a definition you need to understand. When you say includes, your transaction includes what kind of a transaction it includes.
Okay. All right.
Okay. And when you say extend the functionality, so for example, let's say you did the withdrawal. Okay. After withdrawal, you have this functionality as a validation, right? You have given include, much better. But think about it. After withdrawal is done, you are thinking about doing another transaction. So that means you are extending the process, right?
Oh, okay. All right. All right. Yeah.
Got it?
Yes.
That's how it should be.
So it has to be a completely different use case, which is an extension of the process.
Yes. So try to use the idea of what exactly extend means, what exactly includes means. So transaction includes your withdrawal, deposit, or transfer fund, right?
Yes.
When you say extend means what you are doing it, go to the next level. You are expanding it, you are extending it, right?
Okay.
That means you have something which you are extending it. What is this transaction? Transaction have no value, no mean, right? But when you say that, okay, transaction is a withdrawal, that means transaction includes the withdrawal, deposit, and transfer fund.
Yes. Okay. I got it.
Okay?
Yes. Yes. I got it. And I did the activity too on the same concept.
Yes.
I have two, basically how the activity flows between the customer and the ATM. So the customer inserts the ATM card, and it goes to the ATM, and the ATM says to enter PIN. And the customer PIN is entered, and then the ATM checks, is PIN valid? If it is no, it goes back to enter PIN. If it is yes, we choose the transaction. Here I've just selected withdrawal. I've taken an example for the withdrawal. And then the customer enters, selects the transaction. Enter amount to withdraw would be by the ATM, which is greater than $20. And then the flow goes to the customer again. He enters the amount. And it goes back to the ATM saying account balance should be greater than or equal to amount entered. If it is no, it goes back to enter amount. Otherwise, the cash is dispensed and the customer receives cash.
Absolutely. Nailed it. Yes.
Okay.
This is perfect workflow. Yes.
Yeah, I had to study, and the state I always got confused a little bit with the activity and the ATM. I was just reading a couple of notes, and then I kind of figured basically what I understood. I just want to confirm from what I understood. The state is is about the one particular object and how it changes states, right? Whereas the activity is between two objects where the activity is, the flow of activity is there.
It's a flow of activity, whereas the state is the temporary or a final state of the object.
Of one particular object. So it could be an,
yes.
So here I've taken for the ATM, what state the ATM is at on the same transaction which I've selected. So initially the ATM is idle, and then the client inserts the card, and the verification of card is done by the ATM. And if it is an invalid card, it ejects the card. Otherwise, the client enters PIN. The validation of PIN happens at the ATM. And if
so
it's an
isn't it the invalid card is the state? How many of you agree with?
Hello?
Yeah. I'm just asking the question. The question is that invalid card, right? Invalid card is a state, or is it an activity?
Okay, because the verification of card is done, right? So that is the ATM is doing the verification of card.
Yes.
So the verification, and once the ATM figures, so I thought that was an activity that the state of the ATM is doing the verification. So once that is done, the invalid card, once it figures it out that it's an invalid card, then the ATM goes into the state where it ejects the card. Well,
yeah, eject card is the final state that I understand in this particular triangle. If you see it, the eject card is eject card is a final state, or invalid card is a temporary state. See, try to understand what I am saying now. So you have idle state, then the card got inserted, then the state at this point of time is the validate card. That's where the process is. So validate card, is it a state? Think.
Verification.
Validate.
Okay.
Is it a state or is it an activity?
It could be an activity, yes.
Right? It is an activity.
Okay.
As part of after the verification, whatever happens is a state.
Okay.
So you can go to two routes. After the card is validated, you can have the final state, which is the interrupted state, eject card, if it is the invalid, and the final state would be that that request for PIN, right?
Okay.
So these two could be a temporary state, but verification of card is an activity. It's not a state. It's happening, something happening right now. Think in this way. Activity means something is in progress. State means that okay, there is a pause before anything can start.
All right.
Got it?
Okay. Now I got it better. Yes, I understand what you're saying. So any transaction or something is happening is not a state. It's basically an activity.
That's not a state. Yes, that's an activity.
Okay. All right. So
right?
what? So at this particular situation, what would I do? Invalid card would be a state.
Invalid card would be a state, or you can say that eject card, because it doesn't give you what it does, what ATM does. ATM will eject that card and then the message will pop up stating that invalid card. The ATM cannot read your card, something like that, right?
Yes.
It doesn't say that okay, the card stays in and then it is showing you some message. No, the moment the card reader will not read that card, it will eject it.
Okay. All right. So
got it?
yes, yes.
That's
so
how
then,
you need to make it.
So then everything, even the validation, I have to change it. That would
yes. Validation is not a state. Validation is a process. What you get after the validation is a state.
Okay. Now I got it better. Yes. Yeah, it's a little tricky to understand the concept.
It is tricky, but you just need to understand one key thing. if something is in process and still happening, that is an activity. It's active. Whatever you get after the activity is done is an state, whether it is a temporary or final.
Okay.
For example, you are searching for something, right? So here if you see the verification of card, that means card is searching for the right information to validate from the database, right?
Yes.
So it is an activity. The system is processing the data. The moment the search is over, you get to the final state, whether you found the information or whether you did not find the right information. So that is the state.
Okay. Yes. Perfect. Yeah. I think I got it. Perfect. Yeah. I think I'll go ahead and change pretty much. I think whatever is in the arrows, I need to make it as states, I guess.
Right. So you need to read. That was the overall idea why I wanted you guys to do it, because when you start doing it, then you get the confusion.
Yes. Yeah, it helped a lot to understand better actually when I did the homework.
Right. So I wanted to make sure whatever diagrams you come back with, that's where you have focused your mind. So it will be easy for me to explain with your example.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes. Perfect.
Okay. That's great. Anything else you have?
Yeah, I got all three done. So.
All three? Okay.
Yeah.
Any other question I'm asking?
No, I think you answered my question. So thank you so much.
Okay. No problem. Anyone else have anything for her? Anything for Kala? Well done, Kala. Good job. Okay. So who is next? Jigisha. Okay. There is a question, I guess. Suzanne, do you have something? Hold on. Let me just unmute you. Suzanne. Yeah, Suzanne, go on.
No, actually, when you were explaining to her, when you were asking a question, I just responded with an answer.
Okay. For some reason, the question box popped up just now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, so Jigisha, are you ready? Jigisha? Jigisha, can you hear me?
Yes.
Can I make you a presenter?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Go on.
Okay, so I have done a use case for air reservation where the actor is the customer.
You have to share your screen.
How can I share that? Okay, go ahead.
On the control panel of that meeting, just see there is a share my screen. The biggest blue box, the round one.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Is it showing?
Yes.
Okay, so it's a use case for air reservation where the customer...
Can you just, hold on. Can you just expand your screen? I'm not sure if it is the maximized window.
It's a MacBook, so...
Okay.
Let me do one more try.
No, that's fine. Just see here, you see that custom on your screen. Can you expand it a little bit? Yeah, much better. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, works for us.
All right. Something happened to my screen.
Take your time.
All right. Okay, I'm ready, I think. It's a use case for air reservation where the actor is the customer he or she can search the flights, make a reservation, purchase a ticket, check flight status, and cancel the reservation. That's all the include relationship. And person can purchase the tickets where the other actor, other actor is the system that validate person's card, is it valid or not. So that's also the include relationship. But the actual,
you need to name it.
Okay, yeah.
Jigisha, you need to name the actors. No,
yeah,
no, you need to name the actors. Okay?
Okay.
So
yeah.
on the right hand side you have the airline representative. On the left hand side you have a customer. Right?
Right. Yes.
So you need to name it.
Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah, go on.
And the extended relationship is the customer client. He can choose that ticket, like the seat number and everything. That can be the second use case or the same use case as extended relationship.
You can do the same, or you can, if you want to break it out depending upon the size of the requirement, you can do it. So if there is no more further branching, means see, the overall purpose of having the use case diagram, this is for all of you, to simplify the requirement for anyone to understand. But if it is getting too much of complex requirement and presenting it into the single use case, then you might want to break it into multiple use cases. Okay? But here it should be okay because you just have a very limited requirement. So go on.
Okay. So that's about the use case. And I have a second one, that's the activity. Let me show you. Okay. Is it visible?
Yes, yes.
Okay. It's an activity diagram where the customer, this is the initiation point where the customer it's the online shopping, sorry, I forget to mention that. It's the online shopping activity diagram where customer, he or she can request the order. Then the order system confirm and receipt, confirm and make the receipt for the order. And if the order is like the normal state, if it's like the normal, not like any partial shipping or anything like that, then it's a yes. So order confirmed and the order dispatch, and then it just end and make a termination. But if the order is not the normal, it might have like the different like it's partial shipping or any something different, like something special, then we select the no at the decision box, and then after that all the other requirement completed, we confirm the order and dispatch the order, and we can terminate. But if the special requirement we can't fulfill, then we can get no, and we can terminate the order.
Anytime you are writing something where the decision needs to be made, make sure you write it under the decision box, inside the decision box. Okay? Now the another thing is, anyone have any question on this? I want to catch up because there has to be a question. I want you guys to catch that. That much of hint I gave you. So I'm looking for the question on this. If you are not asking, then before she answers it, I would ask all of you. Okay, Ashmin. Did you raise your hand, Ashmin?
Yeah. In this case, what is the decision? The decision box is empty.
It's a condition of order. Is it normal or not?
Oh, okay, okay.
I couldn't fit that in the decision box, so I just wrote here.
Okay. And the why the arrow is going backward, the activity.
Oh,
from the third one. Yeah, at the top, the second, third one.
It's showing activities on progress. Like there is the activity between these two.
No, this one, the third one, the arrow you are pointing downwards and upwards. The L-shape arrow. System confirm receipt of order. After that, the arrow is going down and one is coming.
Yeah, I know. I couldn't, for some reason, I couldn't delete that one. So I don't know how to delete that, this one arrow.
Okay, so there is no arrow.
Just click over there. Just click over there, Jigisha.
Okay.
Click the arrow and press delete.
If
Press
I
the
do
delete
that, then whole arrow is gone now.
Do the Control Z. Do the Control Z as in zebra.
Yeah, it's not responding. It's not the Visio, it's different kind of concept draw.
Yeah, I see that.
So I tried a lot of time, but I don't know. I couldn't erase that mark right here.
Hold on, let me see what exactly it is. Where is that symbol? Guys, hold on, Jigisa. For some reason, you guys are typing off the questions or whatever you are writing up. It's all mixed up. All the messages. Hold on. 910 Rupal is asking what are no possibilities. There is no prompt on that. Okay. Sorry Rupal, I missed your question. On 9.2 you said can you go over the state chart again? Is that question you asked at the time of all the messages are all mixed up. Usually it comes in a sequence with the time. Okay, whose message is this? Hold on. Go on, Susan.
Yeah, thank you. There's one question, Jigisha.
Sure.
The arrow mark from the system confirms receipt of order. It goes to the decision box, right?
Right.
And when the order is normal, it confirms the order, and the other arrow, if the order is, according to you, if the order is abnormal or partial or something, it goes back again to the decision box.
Yes.
Shouldn't that option be, I mean, shouldn't that arrow be pointing again to the activity? I mean, don't you want to start or you want to terminate?
No, actually, it's going to the decision box where we can make decision, where we can fulfill the customer's requirement, how they want to do, like how they want to do shipping and stuff, and then we can go back to confirm the order and we can dispatch the order.
Jigisha, there is a question.
Yeah, there is no activity between the abnormal order and confirm order.
Oh, you want me to put like the activity text field?
Sushmita, I think you might have got, I got that.
I think I'm missing
So here's
something.
the thing. No, that's okay. We all are missing something. That's okay. Now here's the thing. Okay, first start making up the updates to the diagram. Okay. You have the first decision box, right? So let's understand the first decision box first. So you have an activity where you can need to decide whether you want to go with the regular shipment and confirm the order, or when you say abnormal, define abnormal. What exactly you are trying to say? Jigisha?
Hello? Yeah.
Define abnormal exit. What exactly you are trying to explain with the abnormal exit? Means, okay, if they are not trying to confirm the order, then what else they can?
I have no idea.
So is that something that, okay, they don't want the regular shipment, they want the priority shipment, something like that?
Yes, yes, that's what I meant. Like something, any
Okay.
kind of
Yeah, I thought
shipping.
something similar to that. Yeah.
Yeah, if they want like something different than the regular delivery, that's what I meant. Hello? Hello? Am I audible?
Jigija, I can hear you.
Okay. So that's what I meant. Like if customer, he or she doesn't want the regular standard shipment, then they can go, I mean, system can do them, like deliver them special kind of shipment.
Welcome to GoToWebinar, webinars made easy.
The order, then we can say no and we can terminate the whole transaction or whole order. That's the last part.
So just update the first decision box that ground shipment or priority shipment, for example.
Right, okay.
So that is an activity, okay?
Okay.
And then if the user decides to go with, because I don't see the value of the another decision box, it doesn't go unless you have something else in a separate process. So if it is a ground shipment and the decision is yes, then you point it down to confirm order and move on with the dispatch. If it is not a ground shipment, then you can have the another decision box or process where you can say priority shipment in 1 day or 3 days, for example.
Okay.
Okay, and then you can take it forward. Before it was Suzanne who you was talking?
Yes, it was me.
Is it clear, Suzanne,
Susan.
now?
Yes. Now it's clear. Yeah.
Okay.
So did I put at the right place, like the priority shipment and the ground shipment?
See how it would be. Can you make it little bigger? It's very small, and I have a bad eye.
Let me try this way.
No, here, see, just below the document you have a custom zooming you can do. You see here? You have 32% of zoom. Increase that.
Oh, yeah. Got it. Right.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, that's too much. Is it good?
Yep. Now, yeah, at 44, yeah, 50% or 44.5% is good. Don't need too big. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't see that.
Okay, go up. So now you have, go up before confirm order. Now here you have a decision box is if ground shipment, yes, you confirm the order and then dispatch it. If no, there are only two options we are showcasing, right? If it is no, then it's a priority shipment. In priority shipment, if you still want the decision box, then you enter the decision box, click on the decision box.
Okay. Now
And then you can write 1 day or 3 day.
It's too small for, like, it couldn't, I couldn't
just write
expand.
it there, 1 day or 3 day. That's okay. You can fix it later, or 3 day.
3 days. All right.
Okay, now the priority shipment is if, see, in decision box what happens? If you are going away with one decision, automatically the another one is no, right?
Okay.
So if you choose 1 day, then automatically the 3 day is discarded. So it goes to the end.
Okay.
Okay, that means if you select 1 day, then you should point yes towards the confirm order. If you say no 1 day, then it is a 3 day, right? So you can elaborate it. Practically, if you see that there is no point of having another decision box.
Okay,
You
yeah.
can just directly go from priority shipment to confirm order. You don't need the another decision box here. Just keep it simple. Ground shipment, priority shipment.
Got you. Yeah, perfect.
Okay?
I think I got it.
Yeah, no issues. Any other question? Anyone? Okay. Anything else you have?
Yes, I have the third one.
Okay.
Let me show you. Okay, this is the state diagram where a user can create the account. They have active account and they
Hold
do
on.
have a suspend. Okay, let me make
Increase
sure.
the size of it first.
Right. Is it good?
Go up to 40, 45. Don't go beyond that. Yeah, that should be good. Now scroll it and then we can see.
Okay. It's a state diagram for user's account cancellation request. Where you well, I just want to explain that the user can cancel their account in the new condition, or the active condition, or the suspended condition. If they don't use the account in timely manner, or they have like incorrect ID or something like that, then the account gets suspended. So here user have request of canceling the account. So we can
Hold on,
if the new
Jigisha, hold on.
okay.
Define the requirement first. What is the requirement?
Cancellation request
Cancellation
for closing
request.
account.
Okay.
Yes.
So the user is trying, when user is trying to close the account, what are the different processes and the state that can go through, right?
Right.
Okay. So then what is new?
User have just created account and he or she wants to cancel that account.
Then write it new account. Okay, because it is very misleading, very confusing.
Okay. New
Okay,
account.
make a proper notation. It's a new account, active account, or a suspended account.
Okay. Okay.
So if a user have
So he sent the request for closing, and the account sent oh yeah, and then it get closed. He doesn't have, just assume that he doesn't have any balance due right now. So account can get closed.
This is the state diagram, right?
Yes.
No. This is not going good.
No?
Okay.
Okay.
This is not the right way to represent that. So, first of all, how to proceed? Okay, take a white sheet. Take a white sheet. We'll go on and we'll draw it one. Suzanne, are you saying something? I'm sorry, I just...
No, nothing.
Okay. Yeah, just take a blank sheet and we'll start it off. Now take a first start process.
Right? Oh no. Here's the user.
Okay.
Let me just increase the, right? It's a initial point. And there is a...
Then take a new account.
Okay. Okay.
So in the beginning, your new account, the initial state is, for the new account, the initial state is what? Idle, right? There's
yes,
no activity.
it's a new account. I'm sorry, what?
I said, what is the first state of the new account? It's an active account. That is the first state.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Take another state and make it as an active state.
Right, I got you what you mean. Like a new account has, we can do as a new account, active account and suspended account, right?
New
There
account
is
will
two
be,
possibilities.
new account cannot be suspended account, right?
Yes.
If you say the suspended account, then you need to give the reason why it is a suspended account,
Okay.
right?
Right.
So okay, let's go with your way, and let's take new account and point to your active account and another arrow to your suspended account. Then I'll elaborate on those states. Take two state, yeah. Active and suspended.
Account. Okay.
And then another one take as a suspended account.
Okay.
Now take the arrow and point to from new account to both the sides.
Okay. Just the regular connection or?
Just take a regular connection.
Okay. Oh, no, that's not. Okay.
Now double click on the arrow and write. I said double click on the arrow.
And then?
Then write. You have something already selected. Something is selected.
All right.
And write. You can't write it on the arrow, the connector.
No, I can't do that. I tried a lot, but it just move the arrow if I do that. So I have to create like text field.
No, just take off the text field and try the transition text. There are so many.
Oh yeah, got you. Right here. Okay. It just moved my arrow from there.
Oh, okay. No, there is nothing. Okay, whatever it is. So you might have to undo that. Yeah. Okay. Then type the text for the suspended account. Suspended account or invalid user information. Now when you have a suspended account, is it an intermediate state or is it a final state?
A customer can go back to an active account if he wants. It's just not a final state.
It's not a final state. So it is an intermediate state. We all agree to it?
Right.
Okay. For the active account, what are the different states the person can go to before it gets down to the closed account?
He have to pay if any balance due or any like something like that.
Provide any kind of a clearance, right?
Right. If he has.
If he has. Is it a state or is it a activity?
I think it's activity.
It is an activity, right? Before it gets to the close account, it is an activity.
Right.
Then you have a intermediate stage after active account, clearance from all department.
Right.
It's a state, right? So you need, that is a state, intermediate state, where you need clearance from all the departments. So if somebody is checking, it may say that, okay, from the banking department there is a clearance check, retail department clearance check, then the finance department the clearance pending. So this is the intermediate state.
Right.
For the active account. Then add one more below active account and make an intermediate state as clearance, department clearance, something like that you can write it.
Okay.
Okay. Then again you point an arrow.
Okay.
Then make department clearance as an intermediate state.
You want me to write down?
Yeah.
I don't know why it's all like. Right. Okay. I'm sorry, I made a spelling mistake over there.
The next after the department clearance state, the next state would be clearance completed.
You want me to put bottom or next to the department clearance?
Wherever, it's up to you, because we need to expand on the suspended account also. So wherever you feel you can put it.
And what's the title for that?
The title would be the clearance completed.
Okay, clearance completed. Okay, and a connection, right, between department and...
Yes. Then after clearance completed, below that the final state would be there.
Just the final node, or you want me to put the state?
No, it is a state which is ready for closure.
Okay.
I said ready for closure. It's not closed yet.
I'm sorry.
And then take a final node. And now connect all.
Okay.
That is the final node is your final state.
Okay. You want me to write down close at the bottom?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, so one part is completed for active account.
Right. Now, in between this, you could have an intermediate state where you have a department clearance and the clearance completed. You can have some
intermediate state where it could interrupt the process and you have to go back to the customer, right?
Right.
Because there could be some outstanding. So you can add a temporary state or intermediate state where you can say that, okay, clearance incomplete, and then you can point it back to the department clearance. So that would be your intermediate state.
Right here, in between
Yeah,
the department
in between,
clearance and clearance.
yes, in between you could have a third state, which is the abnormal exit. Always remember that is an abnormal exit.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then arrow goes back to, from here, arrow goes back to anywhere?
Arrow goes back to your final state, where your final state would be abnormal exit, where the account cannot be closed because you do not have the clearance, right? So you will not have a state as ready for close.
I couldn't get that, the last one.
See, first of all, take off this close from the final state. You will write final state here. Where you have written close, where you have a final node, yeah, just write final state.
Okay. Is it good?
Final state. Now where you have an abnormal exit, there has to be an intermediate state. Okay, write one more state as a clearance incomplete, just next to the clearance completed.
Okay.
Then point one arrow from department clearance to incomplete clearance.
Okay.
And that is your abnormal exit. Yeah.
Okay.
Move abnormal exit towards little right so that it's very clear that the abnormal exit is your incomplete clearance. Yeah. Now make a arrow from incomplete clearance to final state.
Final state.
Okay.
Did you guys got what exactly I explained just now over here? Did you get, Jigisha? Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally, and it's really clear after you teach me how to do
here
this.
it says you have an abnormal exit in the state where the clearance is incomplete. The moment your clearance is incomplete, you do not get to the state where you are ready for close. So you exit over there and you reach the final state where the account cannot be closed. Right? So your process gets interrupted the moment you doesn't get the department clearance. So you can't even think about the ready for close state. So in the abnormal exit, you are not going to get to this ready for close state, which is your final state.
So do you think I have to put like something like just, this is the incomplete clearance, so I have to do something for make my account ready for clearance? So should I put anything like balance due or anything like that?
No, that's okay, because you are just explaining the state. You are not explaining the activity or the process. Okay?
Okay.
So
Okay,
here
gotcha.
the state is that if you do not get the clearance from the clearance department, all the departments, you cannot close the account. So you will never reach the state where it will be final closure state.
Okay.
You will be always in between. Your state will be always in between the processes.
All right.
Similarly, you can do it for the suspended account also, the expansion. Okay, let me quickly take the question, guys. Can I explain why intermediate state next to the arrow? Intermediate state next to the arrow. This is the intermediate state. Your department clearance is an intermediate state. Actually, this has to point. This intermediate state has to point, because department, it means in this is there has to be an arrow. Take a connector and just point it from intermediate arrow to department clearance. Jigisha, just take one arrow and just point it from intermediate state to department clearance. No. Leave that the way it was.
Okay. And then the next, another arrow?
Another arrow, just to showcase that what is the intermediate state. Department clearance is an intermediate state. Yeah, just point it, yeah.
Is it good?
Yeah, that should be good. Is it clear, Kawa?
This MacBook doesn't give me like easy way to do that.
It's Apple, right?
Right. I always go to like library and do that, but right now it's too late to go there and.
That's okay. But Kala, did you understand that concept? Okay, great. She got it. No issues. You can take your time to work it out. Anything else to share, Jigisha?
No, I think that's it.
That's it. Any other question for her? Are we all on the same page from the state diagram perspective? Okay. Let's take a next person. Jigisha, thanks, Jigisha.
Thank you so much for your help.
No problem, thanks. Who is the next person? Who wants to take it next? Let me ask this. Just raise your hand. Okay. Samina, okay, I make you the presenter and I take the question. Ashman, did you say anything? Okay.
Hi Sushmita, can you hear me?
Rupal, hold on. Guys. Rupal, hold on. Okay. Let me first hear out Rupal. Guys, if you want me to unmute for some reason, the messages are all over the place, okay? I'm not able to track that, it's all mixed up. So, if you have any question you want to talk, please raise your hand, I will unmute you. Rupal, go on. I have unmuted you. Rupal?
Hello?
Yeah, can you speak a little louder, Rupal?
Yeah, can you hear me now?
It's very low, but still I will try to understand. Go on.
Okay, my question was based on her slide. Now I can't see it.
Okay, hold on. Let me make her the presenter back, okay? Jigisha, can you pull up the slide, please? I'm making you the presenter again. Sorry, Rupal, I couldn't track the messages, okay?
That's no problem. Can you hear me now?
Yes, much better.
Okay.
Let Jigisha bring up the slides and then we talk.
No, I actually it was more of what you did, you know, when the final slide that you prepared, and if she can bring that up again.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that should be good enough. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, well, when you said, can you bring it up a little, Jigisha? Yeah. Okay, now, this is a question about the abnormal exit. You said incomplete clearance, and then you moved it, move it down a little more. You moved it to a final state. I believe that cannot be a final state because it's pointing toward the wrong direction. It should go back upward because that account is not closed. It's incomplete clearance. It goes back to being an active account, right?
Tell me something. What is the final state? Does the final state says account closed?
See, because ready for close is pointing to the final state. So I assume that is account closed, right?
No, the final state is that, okay, take a final decision and account is closed. If you want in between a state, you can write one more state after ready for close or make it as a close. After the clearance is completed, you can just mark it as ready for close or close and then point it to the final state.
So when it is pointing down, ready for close is pointing to a final state. So the assumption here is that the account is closed. Whereas when you point incomplete clearance to a final state, which is the same pointer which is going towards the closure state, it implies that the account is closed. Whereas I thought that with an incomplete clearance, it goes back to being an active account.
No, so see here. Here is the thing.
Okay.
Try to understand the thing which I am explaining.
Okay.
When the customer doesn't get the clearance from all the department, the process terminates over there.
Right.
Okay. Then the altogether new activities starts. Okay. Where the account cannot be closed. Try to understand conceptually how the state diagram works. Now the process is completely terminated. It's an abandoned process where it got terminated in between before getting to the actual state which was required. Now in between there are plenty of activities or processes which can occur. Okay, that's not the point what we are trying to showcase over here. We are saying the person is trying to close the account. What are the possibilities can happen in the bank or anywhere they are trying to close the account? So let's say if it is an incomplete clearance, they may make a call or they may send out a letter that you have a balance due, go to that department, get the clearance. Are we discussing that over here?
No.
Think from the representative perspective. The representative who is looking at the system, he will get the metrics kind of a thing that, okay, out of 5 departments, 4 departments gave the clearance, the 5th department does not provide the clearance.
Okay.
He doesn't have to investigate why that person didn't get the clearance. He will just say that, okay, hey, this department did not give the clearance to me, I cannot close the account. The process terminates over there. So the request for the closing that account gets terminated over there and it reaches its final state that account cannot be closed.
Maybe this is just a suggestion, or maybe I may be completely wrong.
No.
But
the thing is, your viewpoint is right.
Let me complete, Krishmita, let me complete. For me, the confusion is created simply because it is pointing to a final state of another diagram, which is a closed state. You know, maybe we can have another endpoint here, an end node, which is totally separate from that end node. Am I making? I mean,
possible.
am I right in thinking that, or
possible? Yes. Possible.
Okay.
If you want the further expansion, you can absolutely do that. No doubt.
Okay, because this seems a little confusing. That state is a completed state. That account can be processed into closure, whereas this one cannot be processed into closure. So I'm just confused. Why is that an arrow pointing to that? Shouldn't it that this be a completely different state? I mean, although
Let's
it's a final
understand
state,
that.
but a different kind of final state.
Let's understand that, okay? Good that you brought up that question. Now see here. First, we need to understand the requirement here, okay? So we haven't created a requirement as of yet here, so let me ask this. If you need to create, you are a stakeholder and you need to give a requirement, you will give it in a different way, right? If I am a stakeholder, I will give a requirement in a different way. Let me give my requirement. My requirement is that if the customer is trying to close the account, the closer department needs to get the clearance from all the departments. Okay? We are not talking about the internal rule, how the developer is going to develop. As a stakeholder, I will just say that my department representative, I belong to the closer department. I need just a flag that, okay, out of 5 departments, 4 departments gave the clearance, 5th department did not provide. So let's say for customer who is coming for the closer, we create one service request. I am giving you an example, very detailed example.
Okay.
We create a service request. The service request process will be that, okay, the moment the clearance is completed, the account can be closed. And the notification, the email goes out to the customer, the account closed, it reaches the final state. On the other hand, if the clearance is not provided, again the notification goes out to the customer that we are closing the service request because that department did not provide the clearance. Please follow up with that department. My service request gets to the end. I don't have to do anything now. Okay, now you give your requirement and according to that we change the state diagram.
Okay.
So it all comes down to the point what I am trying to explain, what kind of a requirement it is.
Okay.
So now answer me, the requirement which I gave, is it confusing with the state diagram? Does it go hand in hand with the requirement or it is confusing?
I'm not quite sure actually. I'm really not sure, Pushmita. I'm really sorry about this. I do understand your point.
You don't have to be sorry for that. Okay? We are discussing here.
Right.
Okay? We need to understand that. That is a question which I need to answer. Right?
So I completely understand the thought process you are trying to put forth. I understand that. But I am not quite sure what my answer should be at this point. Because I'm not clear on that.
Okay, let's understand. First, let's write a requirement. Okay, now let's change this diagram according to you. Okay, let's do that. Jigisha, just follow the instructions what Rupal have. Okay, and we will see the difference in the requirement. Okay, then we will discuss the difference in the requirement. Go on, Jigisha. See, end of the day, we need to understand each individual's mindset. Okay, that's what the point. Why? That's the reason why we are here. Okay, so let's go on. Go on, Rupal.
Yeah. I just thought that since it is an incomplete clearance and it cannot be an account closure, we go to another end node, which implies that there should be a separate action taken for this, that this is not an account closure, and a separate action in the sense that either it goes back to being an active account, or the system sends them some kind of a notification that we cannot go ahead with the clearance of this account for whatever reason. Hello?
Yeah. I'm just trying to follow you. You are saying that, go on again, the last part you mentioned.
See, it's simply, it's an incomplete clearance. It cannot, the account cannot be cleared. So there might be different reasons for this. So because the clearance cannot happen, the account holder has to be notified that we cannot clear your account, and some activity on their part has to be done.
So is it a state or is it a activity?
It would be an activity.
So does it belong here?
I don't think so. Maybe at this point, if you can elaborate, I mean, I'm completely lost.
No, what you are saying is absolutely right, that incomplete clearance is the final state for the process. You are saying after this there is something which is happening. Yes, that something happening. And remember what I said. I said whether it is a clearance completed or incomplete clearance, if the account is closed, the final state is account closed. If it is an incomplete clearance, still the notification goes out. But the reason why I am not sending the notification here, because it's an activity and I am not showcasing any activity over here. I am just showcasing what is the state.
Okay, now I get it.
Did you get it?
Okay.
So the
Yes.
point what you are raising is absolutely right. But it is an activity, and this is the reason why we do not have that activity over here. That's why the incomplete clearance points to the final state that, okay, it is incomplete, some action needs to be performed.
Right.
That's why it reaches its final state.
Okay.
Got it?
Okay.
Because that's altogether
Yeah, I
new
get it.
activity starts.
Right. I understand now.
Got it, Ripple?
Yes, absolutely.
Any other question? This was a very good question because most of you would have thought about it, but nobody asked. Any other question on this? Please raise your hand if you have a question, okay? Don't type the questions because I'm just not able to follow the questions. Okay, no question. Then thanks, Jigisha. Let's go to Samina and
Hi, Sushmita, can you hear me and see
yes.
my screen?
Yes.
Okay.
Hold on, okay?
Sure.
Just hold on. Rajeshwari, do you have any question? I have unmuted, so you can talk.
Just now you said because it's the final stage, nothing should be done. So you pointed out that incomplete, whatever it is, I can see the slide now. So pointed out to the, but still something should be done to close the account. That's what the girl Rupal was saying.
That is correct. But what that something is a state or that something is a activity?
So maybe some more inquiry or making some phone calls.
That could be anything, right? That could be anything. But the process terminates if you hold on, okay? Jigisha, sorry to bug you, okay? Can you bring up the slide? See, that something is an activity. So that activity needs to happen. See, follow through here, okay?
Yes.
If that activity is done, then what will happen? Again, it will follow through the active account. It has to go through the department clearance, and if the clearance is provided, it's ready for close or closed, right?
Yes.
So it reaches the final state. But it's an abnormal exit where for some reason it's an incomplete clearance, it's exit. And then you do the activities. You make a phone call, send a letter, send an email alert. If the person needs to walk into the office or whatever needs to be done.
Yeah.
That happens, but those are the activities.
Yes.
And then again it follows the active account process, which is department clearance, clearance completed, ready for closure, and then final exit.
Okay. So what I understand here is, for the moment that reached to a final state. Is it right?
Yes.
For that moment it reached a final state.
Yes.
After completing the preliminary inquiry.
Right. And that is why it says abnormal exit, means something is wrong. That means whenever you have an abnormal exit, something needs to be done. Some activities needs to be performed. Some steps needs to be followed. But that's not the steps what we are denoting over here.
Okay, okay.
Got it?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Anyone have any question before I just take over the mouse and the screen from Jigisha? Please raise your hand. Don't type the questions. Please make sure you raise your hand. Rupal. Yeah, Rupal? Rupal? Rupal, are you talking? Okay, I can't hear Rupal. I will put the hands down. Then I have Ashwin. Ashwin, you have any question?
Yes, so this, yes,
Can
so
you
the
please,
simple
hold
word,
on, before you ask the question, can you please take me off from the speaker?
hello?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, so the simple word, the left hand side, department clearance completed there, this is a normal exit.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, that's it. Thank you.
No problem. Any other question? Okay, I scroll through, I don't see any hands. Again, I am not checking the questions. Okay, so I am taking away her. Rupal, you are unmuted, Rupal.
I don't have any questions.
Okay.
Thank you.
No problem.
My system sometimes automatically raises its hand.
Oh, okay. So it is asking the question on your behalf. No issues. Question taken. Okay. Thanks, Jigisha. I think that's it pretty much. And Samina, extremely sorry for that. Guys, do not type the questions, please. It is a nightmare to look for it. So now let me quickly check 10-2. Who is typing the question? Hold on. Okay, so let's take a break for 15 minutes. Okay. Sorry, Shamina, I started seeing
No
that.
problem.
I also forgot that. Is it okay, Shamina?
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, let's take and come back at 10:20. We take it forward from there. I don't know. Who have question, please raise your hand again. I can't see the questions. Now, go on, Rupal.
I can present now. Can you see my screen? I don't know what went wrong. I just don't hear anyone.
No,
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can.
Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. I was just trying to buy a bookcase for my son this morning, so I kind of made an UML for that. Here's the actor right here. He is trying to browse the website to select some bookcases, and I went into Overstock this morning, and that is what I'm showcasing here. So select a particular item, you add that to the cart. Within that, you have different brands and styles, color, wood type. Once you make that decision, you proceed on and select payment type, enter details, card number. Then once you need to process the payment, it could be, there were different options provided. One was PayPal, the other was credit card. Then I moved on to select shipping. There was 2 different kinds of shipping. One was express shipping and regular shipping. And one second. Finally, I was prompted to input the rest of the personal details, including my shipping address, email, telephone number, etc. Then the system took over. They processed shipping charges, they calculated the taxes, and shipping charges was based on the total cost of purchases. When I made a single purchase which was below a certain amount, it charged me shipping. When I made one more purchase, it excluded the shipping because shipping was over a certain, below a certain amount only. And of course, shipping was also based on the type of customer you are, whether you're a premium account holder or whether you're a card holder of overstock.com. And finally, the system calculated taxes, calculated total cost for the selected item, and the transaction was validated and an invoice was generated. So this was the way the transaction progressed.
Good. See, there is something, it's kind of a suggestion I would give to all of you. Okay. Whenever you are drawing something, before you directly start drawing, make sure you write your requirement, what you are assuming, that what is your bullet point requirement. That will always help you, because first you do the requirement, then you do the use cases. That's the ideal practice. It's never the case you first do the use case, then do the requirement. So always first try to write what is your requirement, and then try to see how many requirements you have, and according to that you should try to create your use cases. Because sometimes what happens, your single use case can be broken down into multiple requirements, and according to that you can break down your use cases also. So don't try to put all the requirements under single use case. Okay, because that's not what you will be doing it. You will be creating the use case according to the requirements. Okay.
So practically what you're, Sushmita, practically based on what you're saying, how would this particular presentation be different? You know, I mean, I'm just trying to understand qualitatively what change would take place. If I were to break this down into maybe 2 more different use cases, how would that be slightly different?
See, you have altogether shipping requirement separate, right?
Right, right.
You can do that?
Right, okay.
Go up little bit.
Okay.
You have one use case for the order requirement, how the ordering is happening.
Right.
You have another requirement for the shipment, how the shipping is happening.
Right.
Right? So 2 use cases right away.
Right, right. Okay, I get it now. Okay, okay. Okay, I understand.
Yeah.
Should I move on to the next, or are there questions? Move on.
Anyone have any question, please? Raise your hand. Okay, no question. Go on.
All right, thank you. This was the activity diagram for the same thing. I'm not sure how accurate this is, but I'm going to try. So I start off, I search for a website, find the website, find bookcases. Then the decision is, there's a decision box simply to select the brand or design. There were various brand options, you know, brand names offered, which, you know, made bookcases. So there is one decision right there. Then once I got into that, if I got into a particular brand itself, I could select the color or type of wood that I wanted, you know. That was another decision I could make.
Okay,
and
hold on there, Rupal, hold on there.
Okay.
You cannot have multiple decision box coming out of the decision box.
Oh, okay.
Okay, it is 2 directional. Yes or no. Either you have it or you don't have it.
Oh,
if you need to break it down, you need to break it down further in such a way so that you always have 2 arrows coming out or getting into the decision box.
Okay. Okay. Now, how I understand that is that I would say go to a yes, and then below that I would have select brand design, select color, would tap, etc.
Yes.
And the other would be unable to decide, and the flow would be go back to browsing and find bookcases, right?
Yes. That's
okay.
Okay.
Okay, I understand.
That's
all
okay.
Right.
Move on.
Okay. Moving on, then move item to the shopping cart once decision is made. Input personal details, etc. Select shipping. Now, select shipping was another yes or no thing. Decision required. Now, I understand this is wrong, and I will correct that.
No, but this is right. Right? You have either the person will go with the regular shipping or the express shipping.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely right.
Right?
Okay, good. I'm right.
Make sure, and also make sure you point when yes, then which direction. If no, which direction. You have to write it.
Okay.
Okay. This is for all of you. Whenever you use the decision box, you have to say yes or no. Which arrow yes, which arrow no.
Okay. Absolutely.
Okay.
And then once I selected that, it would create a shipment for me, and print or save an invoice, and that was the end of the transaction.
Yes, absolutely right.
Okay.
Do you have?
Thank you.
That's it.
I couldn't complete the state chart for some reason. I'm really sorry about that, but I'm going to send it to you.
That's okay. No issues. Okay, so we'll see, guys. Okay, whoever is not able to complete and couldn't do it, we will see if we get time towards after I'm done with all the classes. If we still have some, because I have given some limited classes which I need to take. So if I see there is a bandwidth, there is a room for it, we may revise it. If not, I may have to ask for a few more hours from Nandu to go over the assignments, what it is. Okay. There is something popped up as a question. Let me quickly see. 10:30, 10:04. Okay, 10:41. Tomorrow we do not have a class. It will be on Sunday, I guess. Hold on, I'll tell you when it is. I will tell you when it is. Sunday, February the 16th. We have a same time, 8:30 to 11. Okay. Thanks, Rupal. Who is taking next? Okay. Yeah, I'm making you pay attention. Thanks, Rupal. Yeah, Rasna, go on. Rasna, we are not able to hear you. Oh, sorry. Now go on.
Hi, okay, I'll start again. My use case diagram is basically for a customer placing an order and making a payment for the food from a self-serve fast food restaurant. So over here in this diagram, I tried using 6 actors and involved in this whole process, and 5 use cases. So if you see over here, that's my customer, that's my first actor who is going to place an order and will also make a payment. Whereas the other actor is a food prep person, because the customer is going to place the order, and over here the other actor is the internal order system who will read the order. So this is basically in a flow. So if I use There's going to be a use case for placing an order. There's going to be a use case for making a payment, and for, of course, for the food prep person who is ready to monitor the inventory and going to prepare the food. Then there's another actor, that is the store manager, who is going to update the menu and monitor the inventory. And when we are making a payment, the customer is making a payment, either it's going to be with a credit or debit card system, so that's another actor as a system. And there is a cash collector if the customer is paying the money through cash. So, any questions regarding this? I've tried to make it really simple for a
No, it is good. Any question, guys?
I tried making an activity diagram using the basic flowchart. I saw everybody using the other flowcharts, but I'm still trying to learn this year. So I didn't know much. So Mr. Nandu taught us the basic flowchart, so I tried using that for the activity flowchart. Over here, as you can see, is
Can you just hold on, please? Just hold on, okay?
Sure.
Let me quickly see. I see one question. Guys, if you have a question, again, I'm requesting you not to pop up the question, please. 10:45. 42. Okay, Shushobita will get to your assignment. Okay. Okay, we'll get to your assignment, Shushobita. Don't worry about it. Okay. Go on.
Alright, over here for the activity flowchart, I'm assuming that the primary actor customer, and the precondition that I'm assuming is that the system is connected to a power source and it is like a display screen for the customer to choose his choices to place an order. So the customer, basically the user, the customer is going to start and press the begin button, and from there he can have a selection of his language. That's going to be English, Spanish or French. Whichever language the customer selects will take him to a display order window. From the display order window, he will be going, if he clicks on that, he will go on the click on menu where he can order from the dish, order the drink or order combo meal. That will extremely take him to the display complete order. Here he will be, when the customer is clicking on the display complete order, he will be prompt for another decision making, that is the order final? If it's not final, the system will take him back to display order window, where he can again go with the flowchart and click on the menu and again order. And if the order is final, the decision making will take it yes, and it will take him to the final order, and that will be the end of the placement of the order. So this is one use case out of the use case study that I used. And I wasn't able to do the state diagram. I'm so sorry, because I'm still trying to learn the difference between the activity diagram.
Okay, any question for her? Okay, thanks, Rosna. You're good to go.
Thank you.
Let's take Sushobita, okay? Go on. So Shobita, you might have to enter the PIN, then you will be unmuted. No, your pin should be where you have the control panel, right? Where you see everyone's name, you type the question. There is a place where you see audio. Go to meeting control panel. Should be open. No, not on the browser. You see on where you have a Visio on the start bar. Come down. Next to that there is a blue. No, not there. Just go. No. Go. You see all the icons. Internet Explorer folder. Not there. On the bar below where all the programs are open. You have that go to meeting star kind of a thing. No, next. You see that blue icon which is for the webinar? Down where you had the internet browser and everything. Yeah, click on that. Do you see where do you type your questions? Pull up that window. Are you able to pull up that? In that control panel, you will see the option where it says webcam, audio, dashboard. Not on the browser. The control panel, which kind of a docking you get the moment you land for the window, whenever you join the meeting. Open the chat window. Okay, hold on. You have 10:51 something. $10:51. I don't. Yash Shobita. Okay, you open that. In the same chat window, somewhere do you see which says audio or webcam? Same panel. Do you see that? Okay, let me ask. Hold on. Okay, now you are off the phone. Can you talk now? Hello? Oh, where does it? Why don't I see you anymore?
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Can you send me the request again as in
Yes. Go on.
Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Can you see the use case?
No, right now what we see is the, okay. Scroll it down, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Can you see it now?
Yeah.
Okay, I have taken the example of a social networking site. So I have taken what a user can do. He can create an account. He can log in.
Can you maximize your screen, please?
Okay, just a second. Okay. Can you see it now?
Try to maximize it. You see that maximize icon?
Actually, I'm in Macs. I'm using Windows.
Oh,
so
okay. No problem.
So
Go on.
yeah. So a user can create an account, and an existing user can log in into the account. He can update his profile. He can upload his photos. He can add members. He can close account. And I have drawn a include relationship from update profile to login, because in order to update a profile, you need to log in. So I have drawn that include relationship. And I guess hope here, am I correct, Sushmita? I mean, suppose I'm closing an account, so temporary closing will be extending.
Temporary closing is that
like temporary, you deactivate your account in a social networking site. So that will be extending, right? I mean, I'm just doubtful here.
So isn't it? It has to be reverse way.
Yeah, the arrow should be reversed. I'm sorry.
No. What I'm saying is that the temporary closing should be first and then the closing should be after.
No, see, when you go to click, yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're right.
Got it? Okay.
Yeah, temporary closing and then you close it.
Yeah, you can't close it and then temporarily suspend it, right?
Yeah, right. Okay, yeah. So, but then the extend relationship comes, or it is including?
See, your active account includes the functionality of temporary. It includes temporary suspension. It also includes close account.
Okay, right.
So both are includes.
Both includes. So can you just tell me? I mean, I'm really confused. I mean, extending will be.
Extending means you go to the next level. Okay, in the sense, see, first of all, temporary suspension or the closing, both are two actions.
Right.
So both takes the same position. It's not an extension of closing account.
Okay.
You have to have it in the same way how you have a close account. It's a functionality. Take a Facebook or a LinkedIn or Twitter, any account. Either you suspend it or either you close it. It's both have a equal place.
Oh, okay, right.
Or extension will be go up little bit. Let me see. You can fix it later. That's fine. As long as you understand. Go up little bit.
Okay.
Update profile. Yeah. Update profile is an extension after login.
Okay, that is extension, right?
Right. Upload photo is an extension after login.
Right. Yeah. Upload. So that becomes extension. So that is
right, because after you log in, then only you are going to do all these things, right?
Yes. That's true. Okay. Got it. Yeah. Anything else that I need to look here?
No, I think so just follow the sequence. You need to see how that extension would work.
Yeah, I just had confusion between users. I mean, includes and extends, so I thought I would ask.
No, that's okay. That's fine.
Okay, I'll show you my activity diagram.
Okay.
You're able to see it? Should I zoom in?
Yeah, we can see now.
Okay. So a user is at that, the networking login page. So I have taken two ways, a new user and an existing user. I've taken two requirements as such. And a new user will go to that login sign up page. So wherein it will ask for user details. So now there comes a decision box wherein, is that ID used or it is unused. So I have kept a decision box there. So suppose if it is used, again it goes back to user details. And if it is not, then you have to enter your password. And again, if the password matches if it matched, then it will go to email ID option, and then it goes to create account. And then if it doesn't match, it again goes back to the password, asking for re-entering. And the create account.
Hold on.
Okay.
You have enter password, right? After enter password, isn't it you supposed to have re-enter password?
Yeah,
then only you can have a decision box.
Right. I should have.
So there is something you need to add. Then only you can say that, okay, if password match, yes, then you go to next level. If doesn't match, re-enter password, you go.
Okay.
So I have to place a re-enter password box.
Right, right.
Okay.
Okay,
Fine.
explain the existing user.
Yeah, existing user, he has to enter a valid ID. Now suppose if he enters a valid ID, he goes to password section, and if he doesn't, it again go back to enter a valid ID. And the same with the password case, if the password entered is correct, it goes to login account, and then if it is not, it again go back to enter password. And then finally when it is logged in, the user can use the social networking site, and that's the final state.
Okay.
If it is,
that's good enough.
Okay.
Activity, you can do the further expansion by adding the forget password.
I will just add re-enter.
Right.
And I'll show you my state diagram. I don't think it's right, but I mean, I was a little confused. I'll just expand it.
That's okay. That's why I'm here, right?
Yeah. Okay. So I have started with idle. Again, existing user and new user. And then for new user, I have taken user details entered, and then login details entered, and then account.
It's not a state diagram.
Yeah, that's what I mean, is it, how do I do it?
See, if account created is a state.
Yeah.
Okay. Then invalid credential, where you have an invalid login password, is a state.
Okay.
Then process completed, use social networking site, log into. No, you have lot of activities added over here. You have to make sure you just put the state. After activity, what state you achieve, that is what the state is.
Okay.
Wherever you are processing the data, that's an activity.
Okay.
Wherever the processing is completed is a state.
Okay. So how do I go about, like, suppose we enter user ID and password, so the login details are entered. So that just single state is logged into the account. I mean, you're logged in. Is that I have to write?
Yeah, you landed to the home page. That's a state.
So I need not describe anything like entered and all.
No, that's a process.
Okay, I will remove this. So, okay, fine. So same thing, this account created and then home page and logged in and then process. So that's it, right? I should remove all this. These are all activities.
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. You have to fix that. That's okay. Anyone left? Sorry, any question for her? Okay. Anyone? Any questions? Suzanne, you have question? Okay. You are unmuted.
I don't have any question, but I am yet to give my presentation.
Okay. Don't worry. No matter what time it is, we'll get to everyone's presentation. Okay. Thanks. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Let's move on. Thanks, Shobita. Suzanne, you are the presenter, and now you can talk. Before you start up, in the meanwhile, you can start sharing your screen. But who else is there who needs to present? Can you just raise your hand whose presentation is pending? Maria, your presentation. Manjuri, your presentation. Okay. Okay, Maria and Manjuri, I am making note of it. You two will be the first in the next class to present it, because your presentation is ready.
Hello.
I'll be taking your presentation next class. Rest all presentation has to wait till the end. I'm making a note of it. Maria and Manjuri.
Hello.
Yeah, go on. Just hold on, okay, before you start up. Hold on, Suzanne. Maria and Manjuri. Both of your presentation will be the first presentation in the next class. Okay,
Yes,
so sorry for that, just the time constraint. It's 11 o'clock for us. Okay, that's why I'm just holding up. If not, I would have taken.
Yeah, till the time I'll complete the state diagram and the use case.
Okay, no issues.
Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you so much.
Okay, go on, Suzanne.
Yeah, I hope you can see my screen.
Yes.
Yeah. So I took a very simple example for use case. So the actor browses he wants to shop at Macy's, so he browses the site, he selects an item, places an order, payment is done, and he logs out. And for the activity diagram, I have chosen the same example. So the person, he browses the website, Macy's website, and he searches for a particular item. If the item is not found, the person will go back to the website again to look into some more details. If the person finds the item, the display item is correct, he will go to the place order. If he doesn't find, he rejects the order and goes back. He has an option to go back to the website initial phase. So when he places the order, order confirmation is done either via email, or he can choose the other option to print the order, and there ends the phase. If he doesn't want to end right there, he has an option to go back to the website and choose to shop for some more items. So is this okay, Sushmita?
Yeah, this is good.
Okay.
Any question, anyone? Okay, one more thing, Sonal, I have taken your name also. Okay, sorry I couldn't see that. So next class you can also present it. Okay, I have your name also listed. Go on.
Yeah, I have taken the same example for the state diagram. So the person, he initializes to browse the Macy's website for a particular item. He selects an item, and if he doesn't find the item in stock, or if he does not find the particular thing, item number or something, then the order is terminated or it's ended. And the second option is, if he finds the item, he places the order, then he confirms, and the order is placed successfully, then there is a logout. That's the end of the phase.
So browsing Macy's website is not a state.
Yeah, it's an activity.
Okay, it's an activity.
Yes.
Selecting an item is not a state. It's an activity.
Okay.
When the item is added to the shopping cart is a state, where the item added. That's a state.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Placing an order is an activity. Order placed is a state.
Okay.
Got it? The difference?
Yes.
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 That's how it should be.
Yeah. Got it.
Confirmed order is a state. Yes, absolutely. Order placed successfully, that is a state. Yes. Yeah, so just make minor changes, then rest all is good. Anyone, any other question for her? Okay, I take silence as no question.
Okay, thank you, Sushmita.
Thank you, guys. So now my question to all of you is that, are we on the same page, or anyone have little different opinion, or you think that something needs to be elaborated about this particular diagram? Okay. I don't see any hands, so I take it as okay, you all are clear. And whoever have not completed the assignment, I would say please work it out. This is for your own good. Whenever we'll get the time, we will go ahead and review your assignment during the session. I'll try to squeeze in somewhere, but that's it pretty much for today. Then again, the next class will be on Sunday, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. Okay, so whatever time it is for you, you have the link, log in, and we go ahead with some new topics and we'll complete it. Okay? Okay, thanks everyone.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks.